everybody, and welcome back to Tony the Mole Adams YouTube channel. This is our flagship show, Midweek Scoops. I want to thank you for supporting the Mountains and Molehills show we had just a couple of days ago. It was on the subject du jour, which is Locky Galvin. And Tony, how are you?
Yeah, good, Steve. And it's the subject that just won't go away. We had the Thurston Lenue spat. I actually tweeted earlier in the day. They're the two blokes who probably think this Galvin thing's terrific because they're yesterday's news. And we all know how the news cycle works. 1 minute you're a headline, and next day you're what is it, fish and chip paper wrapping. And so I guess they're the fish and chip paper, and poor old Lachy Galvin. I actually feel for him because I think he's been led down the garden path by his manager, by other people, and he would not be in a good place at the moment mentally. And I spoke to Clint Newton, the boss of the Players Association. They're very worried about him and his state of mind and where he goes from here, basically.
Now, we do encourage you to read Tony's columns at 9.com.au. And this is Midweek Scoops, and your lead item in Midweek Scoops is about Locky Galvin. It's about the fella who might replace him at the Tigers.
Yeah, that's right. Well, the Tigers have got a good young halfback in Latu Fainu, but he has a history of hamstring injuries, and you probably need three good halves in your set or in your 30-man squad. And the one they're looking at is Mikey Lewis from Hull KR, who you know a little bit about. Supposedly a very good player. I haven't seen much of him, but a guy who they say will make it in the NRL. What's your thoughts on that, Steve?
Best player in the comp. I think even maybe shading Bevan French, although Bevan French had a blinder against Hull KR last week. But yeah, he's just, he's a playmaker. He's a runner of the football. I know that he's hard on himself in terms of his defence. He feels in the grand final last year, let his side down a couple of times. He's a serious little bloke, an angry sort of bloke, which you want for an old school English halfback, sort of cranky sort of fella, intense, but still a little bit of a larrikin at the same time, if that makes any sense. So I think he'd go sensationally in the NRL. I don't think he'd be back up half for long. I think he'd be in the starting 13 pretty quickly. Now, another guy who's been linked to heading over in my direction is Ryan Matterson, but he not so, Tony, is that right?
Yeah, well, look, he's had a rough couple of years with injury and form at Parramatta. He's only just come back. He played New South Wales Cup on the weekend, and the rumour mill being what it is has him leaving Para pretty soon and going to England. But his manager, Chris Orr, tells me he's contracted to Para. No one from Para has spoken to him. No one from England spoken to him. So I think we can put that one to bed for the moment. But these rumours have a habit of coming true, if not tomorrow, maybe next week.
Yeah, exactly. One of our videos about 3 or 4 videos ago, if don't forget to subscribe, by the way, it was about the Dragons fan who got kicked out of Cogra for allegedly abusing a referee. He was back at the weekend. Is that right?
Yeah, and I found that a little bit strange because I asked the NRL about it, and they said to me, well, no one from the police charged him. The referee didn't go on with it, but the NRL Integrity Unit is still investigating it. It's the best part of 2 weeks, and in the meantime, he's free to go to the footy. Having said that, I had my spies watching him, and they said he was well behaved, and they also said that the outburst at Cogra was very out of character for the guy. He's been going to Dragons games forever, so maybe he just cracked under the pressure. I don't know.
Yeah. Matua Brown, again, if you're new to the show, welcome. And we do like to, in each episode, mention a player you may not have previously heard of. Who is Matua Brown, Tony?
Well, he's a very highly rated young utility back, plays fullback, 5'8", probably anywhere in the back line. He had been at the Cowboys. Last week he turned up in Canberra, and he's 19. He's playing for the Raiders flag team. Will probably stay there this year, but don't be surprised if he's in their top 30 next year. So one to remember, Matua Brown.
By the way, if you're a Hull KR fan or particularly official watching, yes, Mikey Lewis is under long-term contract at the Sewell Group, Craven Park. So we got to mention that when we speculate about blokes changing clubs, Tony. But I don't know, contracts, they're kind of not what they used to be.
Yeah, and particularly when you throw a heap of money at the club, the contract might suddenly get burnt or disappear or whatever.
Okay. If you're going to Magic Weekend, we've got the Uber of rugby league merch. We'll bring the merch to you. Here's the website. I'm just going to actually, as soon as I get off this call, I'm going to go and fix it up because it's a bit of a mess at the moment. Here's the email address. Tony, we'll speak to you again before the weekend, all being well.
Sounds good, Steve.